Hello guys, I'd just like to give a quick update of how my adventures have been doing on Final Fantasy XIV. It's part 3 and I'm level 46. As you can see, I've gone to the way of the warrior. I've got myself a little bit of a garb set up here and I look smashing. Too British. I've had some time to reflect on how I feel about Final Fantasy XIV. The combat is really, really good. I actually thoroughly enjoy the mechanics of it, how everything about it, to be fair. I can't, just trying to actually say things about the mechanics, trying to find any kind of falter with it is very, very difficult. There's some times in which it's laggy. I haven't got a clue whether that's, a realm issue, latency. But sometimes you'll have attacks that'll go off and you think you've dodged them, only for you to get, those red numbers come up and the health bar go down. It's a bit sucky. Sometimes when you jump off high ledges as well, damage takes a while for it to catch itself up. When you're used to something on the lines of World of Warcraft, you expect it to happen straight away, and it doesn't in this game. It's a small delay, not to the point that it's annoying, don't get me wrong, but quite frankly, personally, if you're silly enough to be standing in that situation to get damage, you kind of deserve to take the damage, even if it is delayed. The community on this game is absolutely amazing. It really is. To give you an example, today my free company, which I say the odd few words here and there, a few lines. Of course, I'm not trying to exactly make myself stand out or anything, because I'm a new player. They welcomed 2 new members into the free company, and instantly made them feel at home. And that goes beyond free company in this game. This game's version of guilds. Whenever you go into a dungeon or a duty, I think it's duty, everyone's so nice. You go into these guild heists, which essentially is something I found brilliant, is what they are. They're kind of like tutorials working on parties, working on instances. And once again, people there, even though I'll put my hands up, I kind of lost my rag on one of these duties in which all of these, I think it was 4 creatures, had to go down at the same time. There was always that one bugger who kept on killing. They finally understood the mechanic after all of us were saying it. But even though you get them every 5 levels, you get 2 every 5 levels, and they introduce you to new mechanics, new schemes, new situations, tactics. There's a huge experience gain. You should be taking them straight away. They can be a bit. They almost treat you like a child when you do them. But if you just get over the fact that you could do those kind of mechanics in your sleep, easy experience. The hunting log has helped me immensely. I mentioned it in my last video, to help level yourself up. And the class quests are absolutely fantastic. I went from doing the Marauder class quests, in which I was building up strength to take on this giant monstrosity that was terrorizing this small child who wanted vengeance, and I got revenge for him, and it fell to my axe, to meeting a member of the Company of Heroes who slayed Ifrit originally, one of the original warriors. Well, I say original warriors. One of the last known wild warriors. And from him, you know, he teaches you how to embrace the inner beast and provide some kind of backstory for the job. As well as that, you know, currently my quest is to prove myself worthy of obtaining the last piece of the warrior gear set, which is the chest. As you can see, I've got the helm, the gauntlets, the little trousers, and the boots. So I've had to kind of like find a dye to match the rest of my armor. Whether I've just picked the right class here, every time I go into battle, go into a fight, a duty, I'm always seem to be taking these things in from how they teach you how to play them. But it's not like in World of Warcraft, in which, you know, every certain levels you'll get this level, you'll get this ability, you'll get this ability, you get this ability, you get this ability. With the actual abilities themselves, they actually show you what it does, how much damage, etc. What should precede it, what should come before. It's teaching you how to do a rotation by doing quests, levels, fighting. I've recently just unlocked Vengeance, I think it is, and instantly reading over it, 120 to 20 second cast time. I think it increases the amount of damage you can take, and then also attacks against you will cause damage to your enemy, and it builds something. I'm sure that's the ability. I've only just got that, so I've only just been playing around with it. But already I realise that yes, this is going to be necessary during boss fights at the end of these dungeons. You taking spells, skills from other classes, other jobs and classes, like the gladiator, which I needed to get to level 15 to get my warrior. Convalescence, something, and flash. So flash increases your enmity, your threat, increases your aggro, and then convalescence, which is specific to the gladiator leveling, gives me increased healing with magic abilities. So in those situations which my health is going down, there was a prime example of this, I think it was called the Stone Vigil, and there were these dragons, and I had this guy who had this healer who, frankly, he was trying his hardest but he didn't quite get it. And I know full well, I know elitism here, that I was doing the right thing. I could see what was going to happen, I knew the mechanics. Sorry, just from the sidetrack here, what's the thing is, being a MMO player for years before this, and coming in here, you can recognise a mechanic, relate it to something you've had the experience, and deal with it straight away. There's not many new mechanics that I've actually seen in this game. But on the flip side, that's great, because you're instantly landing on your feet and running. But anyway, back to this healer. And I noticed that he couldn't quite get the spells out to keep me up. So I threw this convalescence thing out, increasing the amount of heals that I can get from him. And that just saw us through the boss fight. The gold spammers are a continuing problem. That just seems, at the minute, SE don't seem to have implicated any kind of system to get rid of that issue. But they really do need a right-click report. It needs to happen, SE. It needs to happen. I don't know, I can't say that I know how to program that in, but come on. How long's this game been out now? It's simple. You could have put that in with your bloody expansion. Talking of expansion, I did shell out the monies, the pound sterling to get the expansion. And of course I'm already going to see that until I've actually hit level 50, but considering how close I actually am, I thought get it now. I might be able to get a big experience, boost me up towards 51 after I hit 50. I've now fought 3 primals. I know there's a fair few still remaining. Ifrit, or Ifrit. That one, if it makes it easier to convey, is an absolute cakewalk. It's a walk in the park. You can't do it with your eyes shut, because quite frankly, don't be fucking stupid. But it is easily doable for someone who's just jumped into this game. Titan, a little bit different. Just a little bit. I've only had to fight Titan once, and I know there's probably people who end up on this video gonna type down there that you haven't tried extreme mode, you haven't tried hard mode, and no, I haven't. Am I going to? Yes, more than likely. I might actually say something afterwards to that. But during the leveling experience, Titan poses no much a threat than buying a potion from any kind of store. Maybe not an armor store, but that's beside the point. Garuda. Oh my god, what a fight. Garuda is absolutely amazing. It's the first time you actually feel as if, you know, you may actually struggle with this. It introduces a mechanic off the bat that you don't expect. You don't expect it whatsoever. She does this huge wind thing, and you have to get behind pillars. I lucked out because I was with a group that had already done it before, saw them running towards these pillars, and instantly clocked on what was about to happen. Next time, does it again, get behind the pillars. And there's a third time she destroys the pillars, and then does it. And then you also have ads that you have to destroy before they get to the pillars. Well, before they ruin the pillars. And then they're attacking you because there are no pillars in the third phase. As I said, they've introduced something that make you feel as if you're actually going to have to put some skill into this game. That's fantastic. It's wonderful. Great. That was a level 44. 46. In between dungeons at the minute, I believe I'm actually due a dungeon at 44. From 44. I think I'm about to start that anytime soon. And we'll see if they actually introduce something that actually made me feel as if, you know, there is actually some kind of threat in this dungeon. At the minute, the Titans, my mistake. The Primals are what I'm playing this game for. From what I can understand of the community, from what I've read on forums about this game, trying to increase my knowledge of it, is the latest raid, Alexander. People have it on farm now, and it's kind of disappointing. Just a little bit. I question myself whether the raid bosses are going to be as hard as I was expecting. Now, I'm not saying that I was, you know, doing heroic raiding, mythic raiding in World of Warcraft. But, you know, when I was playing that through and through during Miss Pandaria, Siege of Orgrimmar, 18 months of Siege of Orgrimmar. Raiding is really something that you need to work on, rather than, you know, 3 months down the line. Yeah, we've got it on farm, and this is the you know, the highest raid point. Is there? I don't even know if there's a harder difficulty for the raids at the minute. There should be. I don't know if there is. No, in the next patch they're going to introduce the Void Ark. My intention is to get to level 60 before the new patch comes out, because I want to experience that content with the free company that I'm in at the minute. So yeah, then story. I'm not going to give details because I can't predict who's actually going to watch this. Initially, it's very gripping. You get dragged off and walked through this land, shown all the beauties, all the things that can be, all the things that were, bridging the gap between the previous what's called Final Fantasy 14 1.0. I think it's called. Remember it's been called. Then there's a bit of a thing in the middle around level 30, in which story arc was very bland, very frustrating. It reached a point that actually made me feel good about myself, but nevertheless it was a huge grind to get through it. And you know, I get myself on the computer, sit myself down thinking, oh, I've got to get through this. I've got to get through this. Then boom, you get smacked in the face with an event that, you know, just comes out of nowhere. You do not expect it, and then you are grabbed again, and you're forced to sit. And you know, that first minute you experience a Star Wars film, and you were just glaring at the screen, you know, pressing those keys, moving your mouse, playing on your controller. You are still just going, you know, head first, wanting to find out what's going to happen. At this point I am now. I'm slowly getting all things together to sort out the issue at hand. But at this point, I'm looking forward more to hitting that level 50 to finish Realm Reborn storyline. It doesn't seem to be ending as quickly as I thought at this point. There still seems to be loads to talk about. So basically, with storyline, starts off great, has a bit of a dip, smacks you in the face, and then you're left on your own devices wondering what the hell's about to happen and how you're going to solve the issue. See, it's slowly starting to get dark now. Wait, that was a good transition. That's all I want to talk about, guys. Just letting you know exactly where I am. The guild is... Free company is Order of the Shirokishi. Soul. On Adamantois. I can't even remember what the thing is. But yeah, Adamantois server. And most of the free companies that I've seen are all pushing content. There's always something to do in this game, and I can't wait to reach the point where I'm going to be able to experience it all. So, it's goodbye from Kai, goodbye from me, and as always, I'll see you next time. See you later. Goodbye. God damn it, do I look sexy as fuck?
I get her either. Minfilia! Listen, girl, you are not going to be what's happened to me. Seriously, these two guys just turned up out of absolutely nowhere. They didn't even want to play. No, they didn't even want to play. No, apparently they just wanted to observe me. Oh, don't worry, I will be calling Childline. Yep. Sorry, yeah, I don't see any broken windows, so they must have been here to start off with. I can only imagine seeing this bedroom. They were staring at the lady all this time. Yep. Will you do that for me? Yep. Oh. No, I will not pick you up a lottery ticket.